When it comes to your overall wellness, physical health is one of the areas of life that we have the most control of day to day, moment to moment, with decisions that we consciously make every day of our lives. And the way that information is set up out there in Western culture, in American culture, what we're familiar with, in many ways cuts us off from understanding the connection between our emotional health and our physical health. This really does us a disservice, and especially men. We're going to talk a little bit more specifically about that regarding men. However, at a basic level, American culture and Western culture is very set up to misunderstand and misrepresent the connection between body and mind. It seems to be something that we have forgotten. And this goes back to the scientific revolution, so-called the Enlightenment, where a really bright guy named René Descartes, he was a French philosopher, came up with the concept that body and mind are separate, in that our thoughts occur separately from our physical existence. And this was important for science to happen, as we understand, and to pare down variables that are very specific and understand very specific pieces of information and make it reliable and valid. At the same time, it cut us off from a lot of natural ways of knowing that human beings have been practicing since the beginning of our ancestors. Now, some of the pros of the scientific revolution, and there were many, but some of the main ones is it gave us modern medicines and assessment tools, right? I mean, imagine where we would be if we didn't have steroids that we could take to make the asthma go away, or autoimmune diseases at bay for a little while. Or imagine what would happen if we didn't have antibiotics and a skin infection could reach our blood, we would go septic and die, right? This would happen very frequently to our ancestors, as well as modern assessment tools. Functional magnetic resonance imaging is really cool. We can see the brain on a more higher level, and even just CAT scans and x-rays and being able to see what's going on with the body on a very specific level. We can see exactly what is going on in many respects. Now, some of the cons. Again, this is a separation of body and mind. A lot of these old ways of knowing the benefits from having a really dialed in and balanced nutrition and exercise regimen and mindset and how to go about all of that in our day-to-day life, Americans just tend to get really cut off from, and I think everyone does to a certain degree in Western culture. We like to think that everything comes down to a certain pill or a very specific and standardized way of doing things, and that is not how human beings are cut out. We want to help you understand a little bit more about what we're talking about, so check out the following module here, and remember, we're going to take a look at some of these very natural, accessible ways that you can get the health solutions that you need from the comfort and privacy of home.